Hello everybody, it is the Naughty Degen here. Long time no see. Haven't uploaded a video in about a week, I want to say. Been kind of busy with some online classes and I might be moving soon. So been kind of busy, but some big news today out on Immutable X. Major news coming from their Twitter. We are thrilled to announce Immutable the company has raised $200 million in a Series C funding at a $2.5 billion valuation. We're supercharging our mission to make NFTs mainstream through high-quality blockchain games and more. All right, and this links to a Reuters article, exclusive NFT startup Immutable valued at $2.5 billion in Temasek-led financing. All right, so Australian NFT startup Immutable has raised fresh funding from investors led by Singapore's Temasek in a round that values it at $2.5 billion, the company said on Monday, as it taps into a surge in interest around cryptocurrencies and NFT ventures. The company has raised money at a valuation of $410 million in its previous funding round in 2021. So in 2021, the way this works is when a company invests in a startup or another company, they have a valuation. It doesn't mean they're actually going to put that much money in, right? So, they didn't put $2.5 billion in. That would be buying out the whole company. But they have a valuation set, and they're going to say, all right, we're going to buy 5% of the company, and that's going to be this, X amount of money, right? And so they have a valuation set at $2.5 billion. That is up from $410 million in its previous funding round. So we see that the markets, that VCs, that investors, big names, asset management and managers are looking at Immutable, and probably a big part of this is the GameStop partnership. In addition to just growth in the space, they're saying, okay, this thing is worth a lot more than it was a year ago. And that is just huge news for the company. How are they going to use this money? We don't know. I think it's going to be a mix of talent acquisition, marketing, grants. We see them doing a lot of grants with their tokens, however. Probably developing their own in-house games, right? We have Gods Unchained, which is just a really good, complete NFT game that I think is going to grow over the next few years. Could we see them try and get another first-party IP going, put together another team, build up another NFT game in-house? That I think would be huge, because they've shown they're very good at building NFT games. They were able to do it with the Gods Unchained, and I think they're going to use this money wisely. Talent acquisition, marketing, building new games, grants, and things like that. Now, let's go into a little bit of data about some of the companies that invested in it, right? So this is Mirae Asset, all right? Now, one of the key things I want to point out here, these are not small companies. These are not little dinky asset, investing companies that only have a couple $1 million. Oh, it's crypto, it's a small market, yada, yada, yada. No. These are big companies. Mirae Assets has $229 billion in AUM. That is assets under management. That means that this company that has invested in Immutable is managing over $200 billion, okay? So the key here is I want to point out is these are not small companies investing. I'm sure some are smaller, but these signal to the market and to the broader crypto markets that, hey, something's going on here with NFTs and GameFi, and of course crypto, which we know is starting to get into that mass adoption phase. We're not there yet. I think over the next 2-3 years, we're going to be at a point where almost every major company has at least some exposure to cryptocurrency or blockchain. But the newer side of cryptocurrency, right, is the GameFi and NFT side, and that is nowhere near its top, in my opinion. Maybe we're at the top in terms of a market cycle, but if you're looking at the long-term vision of a lot of these companies, I think things are going to grow rapidly. And I think there was a quote from another NFT influencer that I follow, and he basically said, a year from now, NFT gaming is just going to be called gaming. I wouldn't go that far. I don't think a year is enough, but I think that's a reasonable statement. if you said like maybe 3 to 4 years. 3 to 4 years from now, NFT gaming is just going to be called gaming. Being able to monetize your games with in-game economies and play-to-earn concepts and digital ownership is going to start becoming the norm. And it's just about competitive advantage, right? You have to build good games. You have to build fun games that compete with mainstream AAA games. If you do that, where is a gamer going to put their time and investment and money? In a game that they could get that money back and then some, and even turn it into a side income stream, or a game that you're going to pour money into microtransactions, and once the game, like a Call of Duty, no hate on Call of Duty, but there's a new one every year to every 2 years, and you put money into that game. By the time the next one comes out, it's not worth anything because not many people are playing it. So I predict that over the next 3 to 4 years, yes, NFT gaming will just be called gaming. But yeah, another company I wanted to highlight was ParaFi. Now this one, they didn't tell me too much about the assets under management, but what was key here is right here. Long-term compass. We aim to build an enduring investment firm. We navigate every business decision with a long-term compass, seeking to invest in strategic relationships and sustainable growth. Okay. They are located in Greenwich, Connecticut, all right? The key here is they are focused on the long term. They're focused on long term. These are not companies that are looking for a quick flip. These are not day traders. These are companies that want to invest in projects that they think are going to grow. And the GameStop NFT marketplace isn't even out yet. So we have no idea the amount of growth we're going to see, what partnerships GameStop is going to have, right? We have Gods Unchained, right? We have Guild of Guardians on the way by sometime later this year. And they're backed by Ubisoft. We are beginning to see major companies almost do more than dip their toes in the water. They are starting to get involved in this space because that is where gaming and NFTs are heading, all right? Now, I'm personally not huge on like profile picture stuff, but again, that's part of it. But I'm really, really keen on the GameFi thing. I think it just makes sense that if you're gonna put money into a game and put time into a game, you should be able to get that time back. And yeah, I mean, it's nothing new. I mean, in-game economies have been here since, for a long time. Early World of Warcraft had in-game economies, people implementing real-world money into that game, but there was no native way to do it. It was a lot of shady set websites and like selling your account and selling items on like an arbitrage website. NFTs get rid of all that and just say you own this item in game. You have actual ownership. So I know there's a lot of I put out a few videos that I've done quite well on defending NFTs, and a lot of people came after me, but I'm going to do more of that. So if you enjoy content defending NFTs, NFT news, Immutable X news, make sure you hit that subscribe button and leave a like. Also, guys, if you're not already following me on Twitter, what are you doing? Follow me on Twitter also. Naughty Degen on Twitter. I'm always talking about crypto and NFTs, GameFi, things like that. Talk about some other stuff too. So definitely consider following me over there, subscribing to the YouTube channel. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will catch you next time. Might have another video out later today. And keep on hodling.